She had been in a coma for 45 years. Whenever something fell, she would catch it immediately. The doctor couldn't believe his eyes. He reported it to his superiors, but it wasn't taken seriously. Instead, it was ridiculed. But Jack knew it meant something. He reviewed many medical records, found that the hospital had over 30 such patients, all defined as atypical cases. Jack began testing these patients. The results were as he expected. These patients reacted to specific stimuli. For example, this patient, when the rolling TV screen was paused, she would look away. When it played again, she would continue watching. When Jack was puzzled, the female patient stood up. Jack realized the table was blocking her path. He had the table removed. The patient continued moving forward, but he didn't know what she was doing. Jack removed all obstacles. When she reached the edge of the grid, she stopped again. No matter how he pulled, she wouldn't move. Jack looked at the nearby water dispenser, thinking she wanted water, but when he handed her water, she didn't take it. One day, Jack saw a girl outside playing hopscotch. He had an idea. He painted the lounge floor in black and white squares. When the female patient was brought in again, she walked straight ahead, but her goal wasn't the water dispenser. She walked to the window and looked at the scenery outside. Jack reviewed many medical books, finally discovered their symptoms, pointed to a disease called encephalitis lethargica. This epidemic raged during World War I, but had no effective treatment. Jack lined up similar patients, selected those who could react, gathered them in one ward. More patients were found. They all held a baseball representing hope. Jack tested them. Some reacted to sad music, some to happy music. A strange feature was, when one person moved, everyone followed. This made Jack believe patients had different signal buttons. Finding them could lead to a cure. But one patient had no breakthrough. He was Jackson, stiff for decades. He excelled in school and loved reading, but lost consciousness at 11. Now 43, cared for by his mother. Jack used instruments to check his brain. The results were blank. No fluctuations. When Jack called his name, the waves jumped. Jack tried to have him spell his name on a board, but Jackson spelled another name. After research, Jack found it was an author's name. Jack read his books, hoping to understand Jackson. He believed these patients hadn't completely lost consciousness. Soon after, a Parkinson's drug was developed, called L-Dopa. It stimulated dopamine production in the brain. Jack had an idea. Could this drug treat encephalitis lethargica? He sought an experimental slot from his superiors, but needed family consent. Jack found Jackson's mother, hoped she would sign for her son to take the drug. Jack didn't know if it would work, or the consequences, but he knew it was a chance for hope.
For what?
For the world.
What's there here for him after all these years?
You're here.